Hey there, I'm just popping in to say happy holidays and give you guys a little shot of inspiration as you hopefully are coming upon a couple of weeks or at least a week of mellowness and time to do your art. So I wanted to talk today about your one precious life. My friend Heather, who is an artist, sent me this Mary Oliver quote on my phone today that I love. What is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? What is it that you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? So I remembered that I wanted to share something about this with all of you out there who are artists or all of you who have that creative calling, wishing that you were making art right now. If you don't know me, I'm Kelly Day. I'm a mixed media artist. I'm a painter. I show and sell my work. I'm an art mentor, and I help women go from dabbling in art to creating professional quality art and living their lives as artists. I'm also an art educator for Golden Paints. So today we're talking about our one wild and precious life. What is it that you plan to do with this? And a lot of you that I talk to have a creative calling and wish you were doing something more with that. So if that's you, I want to just give you a shot of inspiration that this time of year is not the time of year to feel bad about yourself for not making your art happen. It's time to let that simply be a wake-up pinch. I call it a wake-up pinch to make it happen so that years don't keep slipping by. And when you look at forgiving yourself for maybe not making your art happen as much as you had this year, think about this. You know, life is not about bam, you're there. Life is about conscious steps that you take step by step that lead to the life of your dreams. So where each step seems small at the time, but as the years go by, you see where you have landed. And so if you are not where you have wished you would be, ask yourself, what have I protected in order to arrive at this place at the end of the year not having made my art? What have I protected? And what I mean by that is some women go through the year protecting their hearts or their fears, and they don't make their art because they're afraid that they're not good enough, or they're afraid to invest their time in themselves. Some women don't make the art that they want this year because someone told them it wasn't possible, or that they weren't good enough, and slowly they began to believe it. So, you know, women tell me, well, let's stop there and just visualize this with me, okay? We think about creating that life, our one wild and precious life that we want to live fully. Visualize that stepping stones through a shallow creek where we get to choose which stones we're going to step on. And life is just going stepping stone to stepping stone, choosing our bliss as we go. Okay? And that is how you arrive at that one wild and precious life. And if you didn't choose the stepping stones that get you where you wanted to be at the end of 2020, don't beat yourself up. Use it as a wake-up pinch. So women tell me that when they do wake up at this middle-aged place that we're in and realize they have not arrived where they meant to be, that it eats away at them. That not valuing their creative calling over the years feels like betraying themselves. That they don't feel complete. And if you're here today, say hey. So I know who's here. I love seeing you guys. Hey, Michelle. Great to see you here. Michelle was a student of mine, and now she's off on her own, a full winged bird, making her own beautiful art life and teaching others and making gorgeous paintings. So a lot of women think that despite their pain of not living their most wild and precious life, many of them stay on this path of not answering their creative calling and contemplating what they should have done, and yet letting another year slip by of not doing their art. Not because they're bad people, but because they think that by doing nothing and just thinking about it, that it will magically happen on its own. And I get this. I've done this myself. But what I've learned is that you have to lay the seeds for wonderful things to happen for your art. So for example, whenever women commit to their art and start deciding, I'm going to do this no matter what, damn it, doors start to open. I see it again and again and again. Like my student Kathleen, who spent the year taking care of her loved ones and spent years teaching students art. And now she's finally decided it's time for her. And she's making her art a priority now. She just emailed me today and said someone wants to buy a print of her brand new painting. And even though this is exciting, I want you to know I see this stuff all the time, because when women choose their creative calling to actually make it happen instead of just waiting for it to come to them, when they choose to put their energy and their light onto their art, doors start to open and things start to happen. It expands. So there are these women like Kathleen that say, enough is enough. I've waited long enough. It's time for my dream. And they seek help in making their art life, their one wild and precious life, come true. And you guys, we only have this one wild and precious life. So are you going to feed your fears, or are you going to feed your dreams? We have a choice. Are we going to play small, or are we going to take step after step towards our dreams? And sometimes you can't see the whole picture at once. You might be asking me, well, how do I get to my dreams? It's just starting one step. Even if you can't see the whole picture of how you're going to make your art life happen, take one step in that direction. And that's what we do. We take stepping stone to stepping stone towards our bliss, towards our art. And that's how we one day arrive at our art dream life. So now, choosing you, valuing you is not selfish, as many women tell themselves. It's using your greatest abilities, which you were not given to be wasted. Think about that. So many women say, I feel selfish using my art, doing my art. But you were given these abilities. They were not meant to be wasted. And when you choose you and you are finally happy and feeling complete, you are better for everyone and everything around you. So if you don't want to let another year slip by, and if you've tried and tried on your own, but nothing is working, I can guide you. You can book a breakthrough call like Kathleen did a few weeks ago, and we'll help you find out where you're stuck, what you need to move forward, and how to make 2022 the year of your art. And if we can help you, we'll show you what that looks like. If that's you, you can book an art breakthrough call at kellydayart.com/booking. That's Kelly with an IE, dayart.com/booking. Please do not book a call with us if you are just looking for free information. These calls are only for women who are finally ready to make on the year of their art and start listening to that creative calling. And if that's you, we would love to talk with you. Don't let another year go by without living your truest life as an artist. It's all possible. This is your one wild and precious life, as Mary Oliver says. What will you do with it? Great to see you all here. Thanks for being here, and a beautiful holiday season to you. Leave a comment if you value this one wild and precious life and you want to make yours more wild, more precious, and more artful. I love hearing from you. All right, take care.